Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It's JPR, and welcome back to another video. Today, we are conducting a little bit of a social experiment where I thought that we would find out who exactly is the least popular Pokemon. Or, not the least popular Pokemon, but the most forgettable Pokemon. I confused a few people with this. I went to my Discord server, and I did like an add everyone, and I was like, hey guys, I want to do this poll. I want to have like some data here for this next video. I think over 300 people have already responded to this form, which is amazing. Thank you guys so very much if you decided to actually vote on this. I appreciate it. So anyway, what I did was I was like, hey guys, you know, what Pokemon should be on here? Like, what's an unpopular Pokemon, or what's a Pokemon that's not very memorable? And people DM'd me with all these Pokemon. So that's a little bit of a disclaimer. If you didn't see earlier when I posted on the community tab, these are not actually my picks. These are not the Pokemon that I would say are forgettable or anything like that. But these are just the ones that other people gave to me, because I wanted to have more than just my own opinion here. I wanted to have, you know, other people sort of come to me for this. That was the whole purpose of it, was to get a bunch of people and a lot of their feedback here. So don't get mad at me if something shows up on here and you're just like, why is that on here, JPR? Why is that an unpopular, forgettable Pokemon? Because I didn't put it here. It wasn't my idea. I mean, it was my idea to do the whole thing, but not the actual Pokemon themselves. So anyway, what I'm gonna do is I haven't actually filled out the form yet, so I'm gonna go through the entire form. There's like 20 Pokemon, I think, and I'm gonna give my opinions on all of them, and then at the very end, I will reveal the top 10, the results, and see what you guys think. So first of all, first Pokemon here on the list is Wormadam Sandy. Now, a little bit of a funny story about Wormadam Sandy is that we already did, like, the most popular Pokemon poll in my Discord server, which you guys can definitely join in the description down below if you haven't already. But anyway, with that, moving on from that, we did a most popular Pokemon contest, and I think somebody just put Wormadam Sandy as a meme. I'm sorry for Pokemon, it's actually Wormadam Sandy, but it lost by so much. Like, we had like 35 Pokemon in the running, and it lost by such a wide margin. I was like, let's just go ahead and put Wormadam Sandy. So anyway, why Wormadam Sandy over the other two? I think because the grass form, like the leaf form, that's what most people probably think as the default form for Wormadam, and the trash form is like, oh, ha ha, it has a form that's actually called trash, so everybody remembers that. Or nobody remembers the sand form. Like, that's... I gotta give that a 1. I gotta give that a 1. Anyway, Garbodor here, that might have been a misconception between, you know, least memorable and least popular. Again, I should have just put least memorable, because that's what we were trying to do. So that was my bad. That was my bad. But Garbodor, I have to give him a 5, not because I like him, but because he definitely is memorable. Like, you couldn't go more than a day, like way back when Generation 5 came out, without somebody being like, oh, look, there's a garbage Pokemon, this is awful, look at them running out of designs, even though we had Muck and other crappy stuff in Gen 1. So anyway, Garbodor, I gotta give him a 5, he's pretty memorable. Up next is Behem. I don't hate it, I don't like it either. I'm gonna give it a 3. It's a cool little alien thing. It gets outclassed by a lot of other psychic types, and plus, it's very hard to find in the Unova region, so there's that. Alolan Dugtrio, this is probably the least memorable Alolan form. I'm a little biased here because I found a shiny one in Sun and Moon, just not even doing anything as regular encounter, so I remember it a bit more than other people. I'll give that one a 4. Cherubi, I'll give Cherubi a 3. I don't think of Cherubi too much, but, you know, I remember him, I guess. Tyrogue is I'll give Tyrogue a 2. Like, Tyrogue, I only appreciate him because he linked Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan. I thought those two should have always been related, so I'll give him credit for that. But man, he is a really obscure baby Pokemon. Like, man. Raikou, now this is the one that a lot of people are like, why'd you put this on here? This is so dumb. Again, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. So when I got this suggestion, I was like, really? Raikou? I can see the thought process, though. I can see the thought process because, like, he's probably the least marketed of the legendary beasts. He also didn't have his own movie. He did have The Legend of Thunder, but then again, they don't really rerun that or anything, so if you weren't alive when The Legend of Thunder came out, then you probably haven't seen The Legend of Thunder. Like, let's be honest. So Raikou, I'll give him a 5. Of course I'm going to remember him. I love electric types. I love Raikou. He's one of my favorite legendaries. So I can't give him anything lower than that. I think most people did give him a high score. So Raikou, I can see the thought process, but he's definitely memorable in my opinion. He's definitely memorable. Up next is Grumpig. Oh my god, dude. Grumpig? I hate this thing. I'm sorry if there's any Grumpig lovers out here, but man, like, Grumpig is like, oh, you want to go to the Hoenn region, and 99% of people are going to choose Gardevoir as their Psychic type instead of Grumpig, because, you know, you have to get Spoink, and that's a pain to train, and this guy's only appeared in, like, one anime episode that I can remember, and it was during XY. It was, like, during when Ash's Gumi evolved into Sliggoo, so, like, I don't remember him much from the anime. I don't remember any cool, like, trading cards of him. I've never seen one in competitive battling before. I've never seen one on Showdown or anything like that. I gotta give this man a 1, because I never see this thing, ever. Like, this is a highly forgettable Pokemon for me. Up next is Maracas. Ooh... Maracas is one of those Pokemon that is so forgettable that he's kind of become memorable. I'll give him a 2, I guess. Comfey, I don't like this thing either. Like, to me, it's ripping off of Flabébé. Like, I think that's why it's not very memorable, because Flabébé is just a tiny little fairy thing that also holds a flower, and this is just, like, the same thing. I feel like they should have made him, like, fairy grass. He'd be a little bit more memorable if they did that. I also gotta give this guy a 1, because I don't like this thing. I don't like this thing. It's very Hawaiian, but it's just weird. I don't like it. Comfey. I think that's the name. Is it Comfey or is it Comfy? I don't know. I don't watch the Pokemon dub anymore. Like, I gave up on it in mid-XY, so I don't know a lot of the new pronunciations. So Comfey, I'll give that a 1. Quilladin, one of my least favorite Pokemon, but, like, he is a mid-stage starter. I'll give him a 3. He's not the most memorable of the starters, but, like, he's related to Chespin, so that by default makes him kind of memorable. Cryogonal. Ooh. Okay, Cryogonal gets a 2. Not much to say there. Just a 2. Lumineon. Lumineon's another Pokemon where, like, for several years, I think most people agreed that this was the most forgettable Pokemon. And again, since this Pokemon, it's like Maracas, where it was so forgettable that people were starting to remember it now. I'll give it a 2. I'll give it a 2. That's fair. Spritzee. Oh my god, yo. Okay, that's a solid 1. Because, I mean, most people remember Aromatisse, because Aromatisse is, like, it's so weird looking, and it looks nothing like Spritzee. So people are just like, how did this happen? Like, I feel like people remember Aromatisse for the wrong reasons, and then nobody remembers Spritzee, and then of course people remember his counterpart. The name is blanking on me right. The Cotton Candy Pokemon. Everybody remembers that. I actually like that Pokemon. Throw. I guess Throw on his own would be like a little, you know, not memorable, but he's part of a duo with Sock. So to me, he's memorable. I give him a 5. Chikorita, it's a bit of an unpopular starter, probably one of the least popular starters, but again, it's a starter. I can't say it's not memorable. That's a 5. Tangela. What do I think about Tangela? I'll give Tangela a 2. I don't know. Igglybuff. Wow. All right. This is actually the most obscure baby Pokemon. I thought Tyrogue was obscure. No. Igglybuff. When you think of baby Pokemon, like, think if you were a Pokemon fan way back in, like, 1999, 1998, and they were like, hey, guys, there are these baby Pokemon coming out in the next game, and everybody starts speculating, and they're like, oh, what's the next baby Pokemon? I guess Elekid makes sense, Magby makes sense, Smoochum makes sense. Nobody would have ever asked for Igglybuff. Like, most of the time, I think of Jigglypuff as just Jigglypuff Wigglytuff. I never think of Igglybuff as part of that stage, so that's really forgettable for me. Ledion. Of course, we had the Lady Bomb meme. I'm gonna give him a 4. Binacle. All right, that's a 1. And Quillfish. Solid 3, I guess. Not the most memorable. Like, he has potential. I don't know. Alright, looks like we are done here. So, it's not a perfect list. There are a few odd picks, as many people pointed out to me. Like, personally, I would have taken Raikou off. I would have taken Chikorita off. Are they a little unpopular? Yes. But are they forgettable? Not really. I would take them off. I would replace them with, like, Chingling or Clamperl or something like that. It's not a perfect list. Few things are, though. Few things are perfect. So, you know, it is what it is. I would probably put those Pokemon on there instead of Chikorita and Raikou. If it were up to me, I think out of all the Pokemon on this list, Grumpig and Igglybuff are definitely the least memorable for me personally. But anyway, I had the results over here, so let's go ahead and move over to that. Alright, so we are here with the data, with the results, and as you can see, we have over 300 rows of it. So again, if you were one of the many people that filled out the actual Google form, thank you so very much because you made this video possible. And let's go ahead and get the top 10 least popular Pokemon. Alright, remember, this is least popular, so we're playing this a little bit like golf. Whoever has the lowest score wins. So, in 10th place is Behem with 624 points. 9th place goes to Igglybuff with 623 points. Quillfish is number 8 at 594 points. Number 7 is Cherubi with 558 points. Number 6 is Comfey with 557 points. 5th place is Maracas with 548 points. 4th place is Lumineon with 539 points. 3rd place goes to Binacle with 498 points, 2nd place goes to Spritzee with 489 points, and the overall winner with 447 points goes to Wormadam Sandy once again. Honestly, I think it's an undeniable fact at this point. Wormadam Sandy is 2 for 2 in the least popular department, the least memorable department, and once again, it was by a bit of a landslide. Spritzee and Binacle stayed close for a little while, but eventually Wormadam Sandy just got so far out ahead that they could not catch back up. Anyway, to put things in perspective for you, Wormadam Sandy's average score was a 1.5, and 60% of you guys who filled out this form gave Wormadam a 1. Those are mind-boggling numbers. No other Pokemon comes close to being this unpopular or this forgettable. And again, I know that those two terms, popular and memorable, don't really interchange that well, so that was my fault. That's one of the reasons why the data was so wonky, but nonetheless, this guy is the undisputed champ. So congratulations to Wormadam Sandy, you have dethroned Lumineon, dethroned Maracas as the most forgettable Pokemon in history. Anyway, that's it for me. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit that like button and comment down below, and I'll see you guys next time.